News out of Lexington. A woman has been found dead in an apartment fire this afternoon. Firefighters tell us they responded to the 2100 block of Fort Hare Drive around 4:30 this afternoon after a neighbor reported smelling smoke. They found flames coming from the kitchen. They then found a female victim in the bathroom. The Fayette County coroner has arrived on scene and just gave us an update a few moments ago.
A lot of questions concerning her death. So we're not going to make any type of ruling right now as far as the manner of death. There is no obvious manner of death like we have sometimes.
Arson investigators are now on scene trying to determine the cause.